Hello everybody and welcome to Fantasy Wrestling. We are in Season 3. Let me explain something about Fantasy Wrestling real quick. This is something that me and my friends did because, fantasy football seems cool. We needed something for WWE. So here we are with Fantasy Wrestling. Did the first 2 seasons privately. This is the 3rd season. This one is going to last until from SummerSlam until Survivor Series, which means we have about 14 weeks. We have a good 14 weeks before the season is over. Last season was like 20 weeks, I think, so this one's going to be a bit shorter. Anyway, so the main way that this is going to work, so this season we're going to have 8 different players. As you can see here, we have the first 3 available already. We have Brendan, Joe, and Khaled. I will be adding more names as more people are ready to draft their superstars. Speaking of drafting superstars, as you can see, there are 5 rows here for each player. Each player is going to be drafting 3 main roster superstars, 1 NXT superstar, and 1 205 Live superstar. So you may have noticed here that there are 7 wildcards for the main roster list. There are 5 for the NXT list and 4 for the 205 Live list. Basically, what the wildcards do, if a player draws a wildcard during their draft, they will be able to select any superstar off of the roster from which they have drawn that card, and they will be able to pick that superstar to be added to their roster. The wild bombs that you may see in the main roster and NXT categories. So what a wild bomb does is basically if a player is able to draw the wild bomb, then they will get 5 picks of their choice from the category they have drawn that wild bomb. So theoretically, even though each superstar only gets 5 picks to begin with, if a superstar draws a wild bomb at any point of the beginning draft, then they will basically receive 9 picks in total, or theoretically 13 if they're able to somehow draw both wild bombs. But enough about the wild bombs, enough about the wild cards. Let me explain how things are going to go down here. So each player is going to draft 5 superstars, like I said, 3 from the main roster, 1 from NXT, and 1 from 205 Live. So when they are drafting their superstars, they are going to, for this beginning draft at least, they are going to randomize 3 times per pick. And whoever they land on, they have the option of keeping that superstar or skipping and hopefully getting a better superstar. However, once they have randomized 3 times, whoever they get is who they have to pick for their pick. So as mentioned earlier, as you can see, there are only 3 names on the board. Later on, I will be adding those other 5 names depending on when those other players are ready to do their drafts. But for now, we are going to be sticking with Brendan, Joe, and Khaled. We are going to be moving in snake formation for the draft. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
Sweet.
Okay, so Brendan, are you ready for your first pick?
Definitely. Let's do this.
Alright, so first of all, which pick do you want to go with first? Do you want to use one of your 3 main roster picks, your NXT pick, or your 205 Live pick?
Main roster.
Alright, let me just randomize a few times to get the thing fresh. Alright, your first pick is Elias. Keep or skip?
Skip.
Okay, he skips Elias. Your second pick is the Authors of Pain.
I'm gonna say skip.
Alright, your third and final pick is The Bar. Congratulations.
I'll take that.
You are now the proud owner of The Bar. Now, since Brendan, I shouldn't really have to explain this, but in case anyone does need explaining, since Brendan has picked The Bar, that means that no other teams are going to be able to select The Bar. Additionally, you may notice that instead of getting Akam or Razor, or Sheamus or Cesaro, he got the entire team. That's because in this fantasy wrestling league, factions count as 1 draft. Anyway, so Brendan, what's your favorite color real quick, by the way?
Favorite color? Easy. Black.
You fine with gray?
Perfect.
Alright. The reason I asked you that is because this season I'm color coding stuff because it was way too hard to find out who had which superstars last season.
That is actually very true.
There are now 68 available superstars from the main roster. Okay, next up we have Joe.
What? Joe?
Joe.
Okay.
Yo.
Alright, man, it is time for your pick. Do you want to use up one of your 3 main roster picks, your NXT pick, or your 205 Live pick?
I will use my NXT pick.
All right, Joe is going NXT. So let's see who you get then. I'm gonna randomize it a few times to make things fresh here, so that there's no bias in the randomizer tool. All right, your first pick is Kairi Sane.
I'll
Keep or
take
skip. You are keeping Kairi Sane.
dang
Excellent.
it.
The new NXT Women's Champion, Kairi Sane, has been selected by Joe. One other thing, Joe. So, what's your favorite color, friend?
Purple.
Purple. Perfect. All right. Don't have to change that thing right there then. All right. Well, that means that Kairi Sane is no longer available for anybody else. All right, Khaled. It is now time for your pick.
Main roster.
Main roster. He is going with main roster. All right. Your first. God damn it. Your first pick. Let's just say his name is John Cena. Keep or skip.
Fucking keep, obviously.
Alright, unsurprisingly, Khaled is going to keep John Cena. Alright, so it looks like we are gonna be going on to Khaled again here. So Khaled,
Yes.
main roster, NXT or 205 Live?
You know what? Main roster.
Main roster again, sir, okay. You got motherfucker Shinsuke Nakamura. I think this might be Khaled's season to win. He got screwed over last season. This time, God's giving it to him.
Keep. I'm keeping it.
Man, I just want my third place trophy again. Please.
Well, you're 2 for 2, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, well, Khaled's got Nakamura Shinsuke. Oh yeah, also, another thing.
Stop.
So, Khaled, what's your favorite color, friend?
Wait 1 second.
What?
Well, I'm gonna text my mom. I don't have a favorite color.
Alright then. Seems legit. Next up is Joe. Alright, Joe has used up his NXT pick. Would you like to use up one of your 3 main roster picks? Or would you like to use your 205 Live pick?
205 Live.
205 Live, the man who got 205 Live in Fantasy Wrestling Season 3 is going to use up his only 205 Live pick already.
No,
Trash.
green.
Oh yeah, I gotta randomize it a few times to get things going. And you get Kalisto. Keep or skip?
Skip.
Alright, Joe is skipping Kalisto for a wild card, sir. Keep or skip, Joe?
I will keep.
Alright, Joe is
Wow.
gonna keep the wild card. Who would have guessed? Alright, Joe, you have successfully claimed one of the 4 wild cards of 205 Live. Now, tell me, who do you wish to claim?
I'd like to claim the best kept secret, Buddy Murphy.
Alright, he had Wesley Blake last season, and now he's moving on to Buddy Murphy this season.
So Doug, she said green.
Green, alright. Can finally color those ones in then. Well, while you were gone, Joe drafted Buddy Murphy to his roster. Alright, so Khaled says green, I will give you green. That is a way too bright shade of green. That shade of green will work. So moving back over to Brendan. Which roster would you like to take it from? You say main roster?
Yep.
Alright. Brendan will be selecting from the main roster. Brendan, you get Sasha Banks. Keep or skip?
Ooh.
That is a tough one for sure.
You know, I'll keep.
Brendan is
My
going
pick
to.
next anyways.
Brendan is speculating that Sasha Banks will be getting a push. It looks like.
Yeah, let's get to the-
Had the big.
Let's get to my next pick.
Yeah, let's get to your next pick.
Please.
Yeah.
Give me
Alright.
that main roster.
So, all right, going with your final main roster pick. Bold move by Brendan, but it is his move to make. Brendan,
Please.
you get the Big Show. Keep or skip. All right, he
Okay.
wants to skip the 500-pounder.
Please.
Oh, well, Joe, it looks like he may not be getting your favorite wrestler, Samoa Joe, because Brendan may be getting Samoa Joe.
Let's. Ooh, actually, this is speculating. I gotta talk it out with my front office real quick.
All right, then. Looks like Brendan is going to consult the chart.
Okay. Alright. Call is made. I'm keeping.
Brendan will be keeping Samoa Joe. All right, Joe, I guess I don't really have to ask you now which roster you want to pick from. All right, Joe, your first pick is
Where's the
Rhino and Heath Slater.
Skip.
Don't blame you. All right, your second pick. Oh, man, you're getting screwed. Zack Ryder.
Skip.
All right, your last, well, not a bad pick. I mean, I don't like him, but he is getting a freaking massive push. And no, his name is not Roman Reigns. His name is Bobby Lashley. So Khaled, you can either use your final main roster pick, your only NXT pick, or your only 205 Live pick.
NXT. I'm going NXT.
All right, he is going NXT. And Khaled, your first pick is Raul Mendoza.
Skip.
I don't blame you. Your second pick, by God, you are the luckiest man alive right now. You are going to win Season 3 because you got the Undisputed Era.
Oh, great.
Oh my
That's what I walk into.
No, I'm
I don't even need to listen. I don't even need to hear you say keep, dude. I already know you're going to pick him. And then, if I'm correct, I do believe that the man known as Khaled has another pick. So, would you like to use up your last main roster pick or use your 205 Live pick?
I'm not using 205 because I don't care about it.
All right, he is going to 205 Live, and your first pick is Hideo
I
Itami.
don't care about it. I said main event. I said I don't care about 205 Live.
Oh, my bad. Well, then you don't get Hideo Itami. Instead, you get Sami Zayn.
Oh
Dog.
my.
Huh?
Did you hear what I just said?
No.
I said I don't care about 205 Live. I want the main event, the main roster.
So you got Hideo Itami.
Wait, who's in the main roster?
Do you want main event? You said main event, so I'm like, alright, he wants main event on our television as a meme. Nah, he wants main roster now. What do you want? Main event? Do you want the main roster or 205 Live? You have broken me, sir.
It's 7 a.m. I want the main roster. I don't want.
He wants the main roster. Alright, you're not getting Sami Zayn because you know what? You're not getting either of them. Instead, you're going to be getting Breezango.
Okay, fine. I don't
Keep or
mind.
skip?
Keep.
You actually, alright, he's keeping Breezango even though one of the members are injured.
To be honest, they could be getting a push. They could be.
He needs to handicap himself. He's getting too good of superstars. Well, Joe,
sense.
are you ready to pick? Okay, well, Joe, would you like to pick from the main roster? Because you don't have a choice. Alright, perfect. Because like I said, you don't have a choice. You get Deleter of Worlds. Would you like to take another ride with him? Alright, he does not want Deleter of Worlds. Instead, he is going to be getting, speaking of which, Ronda Rousey.
This is rigged. This is rigged.
Alright, he's taking Ronda Rousey.
Such rigged.
Brendan, time for your final two picks. So, yeah. 205 or NXT? NXT, he says. Johnny freaking Wrestling.
Ooh, that's
Oh my.
actually really tough. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Alright, I heard he's out with an injury right now, a kayfabe injury, but he's taking it. So, Brendan, it is time for your 205 Live pick. Are you ready?
Sure.
Well,
I
good
guess.
thing, because you're getting Leo Rush.
Ooh.
Mind the voice crack.
Skip.
Oh, he is going to skip one of the newest faces in 205 Live. Instead, he's going to go for Kalisto.
Skip.
He's going to skip Kalisto, and we are back at Hideo Itami.
Alright, that's perfectly fine.
He skipped Leo Rush for Hideo Itami. So, Joe, main roster, are you ready? Joe, you are going to get the New Day
This is rigged.
again.
I would love the New Day again.
He is going for the New Day again.
This is such rigged.
Let's see, Khaled,
Yes.
you have a 205 Live pick, sir. Are you ready?
Yes. I have
Well,
no
sir,
choice.
you are going to get Gran Metalik, the fat luchador. Do you want him?
Skip. No, I don't want him.
Alright, yeah, he did have a few too many tacos. Well, Jordan would be proud. TJP.
You know what? For him, like, for dabbing, no, I don't want him.
Alright, he does not want TJP. Instead, Khaled.
I swear. It's rigged.
Khaled, how do you feel about Cedric Alexander?
This is rigged. This whole thing is rigged.
How do you feel about Cedric Alexander?
I love him, man.
Alright, just making sure, because you didn't get him.
That's rigged. Wait.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You got him.
Oh, that's
You got
rigged.
Cedric Alexander, unfortunately. Somehow.
Rigged.
Alright, yeah, he's getting repaid for last season. Last season, Khaled came in 5th place. Now I expect you to come in 1st. You got it?
I
You
just
have-
wanted third place. That's all.
Khaled has the United States Champion, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the 205 Live Champion, or Cruiserweight Champion, whatever the fuck, Breezango, and someone named John Cena.
This is so rigged.
Alright, meanwhile, Brendan will be getting the bar, Sasha Banks, Samoa Joe, who should be coming into a WWE title picture soon, you know, because he's already in it, Johnny Gargano, and Joe has the NXT Women's Champion Kairi Sane, Buddy Murphy, Bobby Lashley, Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, and he is rocking with the New Day. Alright, so another thing, well, something new this season I should tell you guys about. Alright, basically, if you have a champion at the end of a pay-per-view or a takeover, you will receive 5 points per champion you have.
Oh, this is rigged.
And if any of you guys have a champion at the end of a Big 4 pay-per-view or the last takeover of the season, then you will receive an additional 10 points per champion, meaning you can receive 15 points per champion at the end of the season. Another thing that you guys may want to know about, so ratings are actually going to have some, you know, they're not just going to be cosmetic like job points in GTA this season. Instead, they're actually going to do something. So, yeah, whoever has the highest superstar rating at the end of the season will receive 50 points. So that could tip the scales into someone's favor. You know, like if we had that this season, well, Joe would still lose because Josh had the highest rating. But Joe would have lost by a bigger margin. So yeah, that's something. Alright guys, so that is it for your guys' picks. You know, I think you guys got some pretty good picks. I think Khaled got the best picks overall. But I mean, you guys didn't get horrible picks. You didn't get any jobbers. It looks well, Breezango. I don't know about Hideo Tommy. I don't know how good he is.
Jobbers.
I know Buddy Murphy is good. Yeah, how
Except
confident are you
Breezango.
guys this season?
Confident.
Well, Brendan's level of confidence is confident. Khaled, how are you feeling about the season?
I mean, I know I'm gonna win already. I can smell. I smell the victory.
All right, well, Khaled is pretty confident. Sounds like maybe a bit overconfident. I mean, just because he's got a good hand right now doesn't mean that it's gonna stay
I
good.
can see right now. I can see right now. Typing the results are here, and your winner is Khaled. I can see that.
Well, just remember, when you don't water a plant, it dies.
He's not
So-
gonna fight any superstars. Calling it.
I'm not a plant, so
No, but your roster could be a plant, dude. You may need to expand at some
well,
point.
if I'm gonna get a
Otherwise,
plant, then get a
your
captain, so-
opponents may get better superstars than you in the end. All right, like no one has Roman Reigns, no one has AJ Styles, no one has Alexa Bliss. Well, Alexa Bliss kind of got her ass kicked. No one has Ricochet. No one has EC3.
Fine, okay. I'm gonna lose. Does that make you happy?
It does. No, I'm just kidding, man. Joe, how are you feeling about the season? Can we get an answer from you this time?
I don't think I'm gonna win.
Oh, that's not the spirit. So later today, I will be having the other players in Fantasy Wrestling Season 3 be doing their drafts. So, yeah.
Wish him
I
good
mean,
luck.
you guys watching aren't really going to notice any time lapse. But, I will, because it's 12:15 a.m. right now, and it'll be like at least another 12 hours before the other ones do their picks. So, yeah. Anyway, see you all in 12 hours. At least. Probably longer. I don't know. Depends on when I wake
Not
up.
gonna happen.
And just like that, we are back about 16 hours later. I know I said 12, but 16 instead. So, we are here with Ladon. He does not know how to talk, so we are going to be speaking to him. He's going to be talking back to me through the text chat, which is good enough for me. So, Ladon, are you ready to do your first pick? I'm just going to assume that you're ready. Anyway, so, would you like to use up one of your 3 main roster picks, your NXT pick, or your 205 Live pick? Alright, he is going to be going with the main roster. So, let's see who he gets. He got Zack Ryder. Ladon, keeper skip Zack Ryder. Alright, you get a wild card, sir. Congratulations on getting the second wild card of Season 3. Alright, so, you get a wild card, keeper skip Ladon. So, Ladon, he is going to keep the wild card, not surprising at all. Please tell me which member of the Raw or SmackDown Live roster you would like to add to your Fantasy Wrestling roster. Seth Rollins is not taken. And speaking of colors, what's your favorite color? Alright, Ladon's favorite color is red, which means his color for this season will be red. Alright, Ladon, that is your first pick. You have 2 picks remaining for main roster. You still have your NXT pick, and you still have your 205 Live pick. Which one of those 4 would you like to use? NXT, is that what you're trying to... Yep. Okay, Ladon is going to be using his NXT pick. Alright, Ladon, you get Mustache Mountain, keep or skip. I don't blame you. Mustache Mountain, I would definitely keep them too. Alright, Ladon, you have just used up your NXT pick. Now, would you like to use up one of your last 2 main roster picks or your 205 Live pick? And Ladon will be going to 205 Live right now. And from 205 Live, he will be getting Gentleman Jack Gallagher, keep or skip. Ladon will be keeping Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Well, I guess there's no point in me asking anymore. You are now going to be using one of the other main roster picks, one of your final 2 main roster picks. And Ladon, you wouldn't freaking believe it, you got a wild card. Keep or skip, Ladon. Alright, Ladon, well, looks like we're going through this again. Which member of the main roster would you like to add to your roster? Ladon will be adding the phenomenal AJ Styles to his roster. AJ Styles has been picked up by Ladon, and now he will be using his final pick. Alright, Ladon, you get the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. Keep or skip? Alright, Ladon will be skipping Ty Dillinger. So, Ladon, which one of these fine main roster superstars would you like to be added to your roster? I have no freaking clue how you did it, Ladon, but you got 3 freaking wild cards. Roman Reigns. I do not blame you at all. That is a good pick, despite my feelings about him. Well, Ladon, I would say you got a pretty good roster so far. One might even argue it's better than Khaled's. You got 2/3 of the Shield, AJ Styles, Jack Gallagher, and Mustache Mountain. Alright, well, that is Ladon's 5 picks. We still have Noah, Andrew, Derek, and Justin all to do their picks still. So hopefully they will be able to get their picks in within the next 3.5 hours, because Raw starts in 3.5 hours, and if Raw starts before they get their picks done, then their picks will all be simulated. Alright, well, until then, which I mean, you know, because of editing, viewers ain't gonna have to wait 3.5 hours to see who all gets the other picks. Anyway, that's enough of that. So yeah, see you guys within the next 3.5 hours. And we're back. Alright, Noah, are you ready to do your draft now?
Yes.
Alright, well, first of all, do you want to use up your main roster pick? Well, one of your 3 main roster picks, your only NXT pick, or your only 205 Live pick?
NXT.
NXT, alright. You got Kona Reeves, keep or skip?
Skip.
Alright, Ricochet.
Yeah,
Keeping
keep
Ricochet. Alright, he's keeping Ricochet. Alright, Noah, also, so what's your favorite color, man?
Black.
Alright, pick a different favorite color.
Red.
Pick a different favorite color.
What? Orange.
That one will work. Okay, Noah has selected Ricochet, and Noah's color of the season will be orange. Alright, you still have 3 still have 3 main roster picks and 1 205 Live pick. Which one would you like to use?
205.
Alright, Noah's going to be using up his 205 Live pick, and he is going to get Leo Rush, keep or skip?
Keep.
I don't blame you at all. Alright, Noah has Leo Rush. Well, it is time for your 3 main roster picks. Your first one is the Ascension, keep or skip?
Oh, that's a skip. Oh, that's a whole skip.
I don't blame you. Your second pick is Daniel Bryan.
Oh, keep.
I don't blame you at all. Alright, next up we have, your next pick is Dean Ambrose. Keep or skip?
Keep.
Alright, again, don't blame you. You are getting some really good picks, actually. And lastly, Sanity. Keep or skip?
I'll keep him.
Alright, Noah will be keeping Sanity. Alright, Noah, thank you for playing the draft game. Hopefully these guys will pay off for you. But, yeah, that was Noah's pick. Hopefully later on we will finally get to Andrew's, Justin's, and Derek's. But for now, we'll just have to see. Chances are I'll have to simulate them because drafting ends in half an hour. See you guys within the next half hour. And so here we are, half an hour later, and it looks like Andrew, Derek, and Justin did not show up in time. So I will be doing their drafts for them. First of all, I'm going to give Andrew the color blue because why not? Second of all, I'm going to give Derek the color yellow because why not? And third of all, I'll give Justin the color cyan. Sure, why the hell not? Alright then, so we're going to do Andrew's picks first. And first of all, well, this is how I'm going to do it for them. I'm going to do it in order. I'm going to do all 3 main roster picks first, and then I'm going to do the NXT pick and then the 205 Live pick. But I'm going to continue doing it like the snake formation. So, Andrew gets a wild card. I guess oh no, actually I have to randomize it up to 3, well, specifically 3 times for him. So Andrew is going to get the Riot Squad. A shame that he didn't show up. He would have gotten a wild card. Alright, next up, we are going to have Derek getting his pick, and he will be getting the B team. So Derek has gotten the Raw Tag Team Champions, that lucky son of a bitch. And now it's Justin's turn to get someone. Who will Justin get? Justin will get Roman Reigns. Wait a sec, didn't someone already? Yeah. Oh, frick, I must not have removed Roman Reigns from the thing. So instead of Roman Reigns, Justin will be getting the Revival, which no one has the Revival, right? Making sure I didn't screw up twice here. And they are a SmackDown tag team. Alright, next up, we have Justin again. And it looks like Justin will be getting Kurt Hawkins. Watch out, everybody else, because Justin is now going to make you face the facts. Now we're back over to Derek. So as soon as I remove Kurt Hawkins from over here, I can pick Carmella for Derek. And now next up, we have Andrew again. And it looks like Andrew is going to be getting Zack Ryder. Alright, Ryder has been removed, so Andrew's next pick is Sin Cara. And next up, we are going to be picking for Derek once again. He got a wild card. I will do my best to pick him a good superstar. I don't know, who's the best we got on here so far? Well, right now, remaining. Then Derek, I'm going to do you a favor and pick you out Charlotte Flair. And Justin's final pick is The Ascension. It's time to move on to his NXT pick, however. And looks like Justin will be getting EC3. Alright, meanwhile, Derek will be getting Shayna Baszler. And now we move on to Andrew, who will be getting Heavy Machinery. Well, with that, it is now time for Andrew's 205 Live pick. And it looks to me like he will be getting Lince Dorado, whose name I do not have fully spelled out on there for some reason. There we go, Lince Dorado. And, yeah, he now belongs to Andrew. Alright, Derek's final pick is TJP. And now we move on to Justin's final pick, the Brian Kendrick. Alright, well that settles that. Everyone has gotten their picks. So with that, this is the current roster. Everybody has 5 picks each. So now it's just a matter of who's gonna get better picks as time goes on. Who's gonna get the most points with their current picks? Who's gonna be able to invest those points wisely into more picks? Well, I guess we'll have to find that out later. Thank you everybody for watching the first episode of Fantasy Wrestling Season 3. So next time that there's an episode, it will most likely be the podcast. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That should be something that we record every Saturday, I would imagine. So probably expect that like a couple days later, if not a day later, if not the same day. I don't know. I'm not sure how things are gonna go yet. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this and can't wait to see more videos like this, then go ahead and hit that like button. And yeah, if you are really wanting to see more videos like this, then be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't lose my channel and forget all about this, you know, because that would be a real shame. And lastly, if you want to get involved in this in any way, you know, like if you want to leave a comment or anything, there's a comment section down below, or you can help me try to make this into a bigger thing by supporting my Patreon. I'll have the link to that down below, and there are some perks that will help you get involved in my actual Discord server for fantasy wrestling, if you take a look at those. So yeah, feel free to stop by in those, you know, feel free to take a look at that whenever you feel like. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, you guys don't necessarily have to you know, give me your money, but I would appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Fantasy Wrestling Episode 1 of Season 1. Season 3, not 1. 1 was 2 seasons ago. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say here. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.